Hello, my name is Marpreet Singh Brar and student ID is 20172860. This is the assessment third, that is the enterprise risk analysis and treatment. The first slide is introduction. In this slide, I want to introduce this presentation. The aim is to analyze the current risk of the SportX organization. SportX is a sports product selling organization. The main source of the selling is e-commerce website, and the information security is one of their major concern along with the order database. Therefore, work will identify and mitigate the security risk within the organization. The next slide is the identified major essentials of the SportX. Essentials can be defined as the item that has the value to the organization, such as the equipment and the property of operating. Company's assets are the important as it helps the organization in increasing business value, generating revenue, and also in the operating the business. There are the major assets that have been identified below. So that is the order database, customer database, e-commerce website, product inventory, and the last one is the brand reputation. Now talk about the order database. In this database of the company includes the information related to the order that are placed by the customer, that include the product are purchased, transaction details, and also the delivery information. It is very important for tracking inventory management, sales, and the customer support. The next one is the customer database. In this customer database of the SportX consists of the sensitive information about the customer base that include purchase history, customer details, and their preferences. It's vital for the customer relationship management, marketing companies, and the target sales efforts. The next one is the e-commerce website. Yeah, in this e-commerce website, it is the main channel for the sale. It helps the customer in searching for the products, placing orders, and making the online payment. And the next one is the product inventory. Product inventory of the SportX represents the goods or products that are sold by the company. The physical or product inventory is valuable as it directly affects the company's ability to fulfill the customer order and in generating the revenue. The last one is the brand reputation. Brand reputation is one of the intangible essence of the SportX that affect the customer loyalty, trust, and perception towards the company service and product. The next slide is about the weighted factor analysis worksheet. In these slides, I have presented the weighted factor analysis worksheet for SportX. In this weighted factor analysis worksheet, I have used for criteria the data sensitivity, revenue generation, operational dependence, and the market differentiation. To evaluate the importance of each agent to the SportX, the criteria are rated on a scale from low to high, and each agent is assigned a rating based on this criteria. The weights assigned to each creation may vary depending on the specific priority and context of the SportX. Uh, in the slides about the threats at the SportX, so there are the agents on the left side and the threats on the right hand. So these all are the identified threats at the SportX. In the slides about the vulnerabilities for the agents, a vulnerability is referred to a weakness within the organization that can be taken advantage of a potential threat in order to cause harm and destruction to the agents. Vulnerabilities encompass not only technological weakness but also other type of weakness. The identified vulnerabilities are the lack of encryption, weak access control, vulnerable web application, and inadequate inventory tracking system, which are monitoring of the vulnerabilities for these events. Uh, the next one is the risk calculation. Mm, this slide shows the risk calculation for the identified threats of the company. To calculate the risk rating of each TVA triplet, we have assessed the impact and likelihood of each risk. Given the assumption that the data and assumption are 95% accurate, we have assigned impact and likelihood value to each risk. In the TVA worksheet, uh, now I am presenting the potential vulnerabilities, threats, and essentials for the sport X. It helps with the framework for the purpose of the identification and assessment of the risk. In this slides about the risk treatment strategy. So, so there are the different kind of risk here. On the left side, that is the data breach, unauthorized access, inventory theft, negative publicity of the sport acts, and DDoS attack. This slide show about the risk treatment strategy that can be implemented by the SportX company to mitigate the identified risk. The table showed the basic strategy along with the justification of the strategy. Then in this slide about the design for HQ secure network. This slide shows the secure network design for SportX that consists of the processes such as implementation of the network segmentation, usage of firewall and interaction detection system, regularly updating the system encryption in network and conducting regular vulnerabilities assessment, which help to developing an incident response plan. So these are the references which I taken the information uh, from these websites and about that.